Greetings, humans! Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, people. That's where bears live. YouTube's #1 show by a bear. It's great to have all of you here with us here today. Graduation day, people. We have finally made it to graduation day. So, Bear taking it upon himself. Nobody wanted to do, nobody asked to do the commencement speech here at ComicsGate U. So Bear decided to take it upon himself to go ahead, give the old commencement speech to the class of 2024. 2024 out there. So congratulations to all of our graduates out there, all the people out there going into the crazy, crazy world out there. Although many of you might have had the crazy, crazy world come to you right there on campus. So we'll get into that, people. But, it's great. It's great to be here at ComicsGate University, where we put the ComicsGate into you, people. Yes, indeed. A long tradition out there. Bear had his speech all ready to go, but you know what? Forget it. We're just gonna rip it up. Flowers everywhere. Going everywhere there, people. We are going to rip it all up. Bear's gonna speak from the organ that he knows best. His stomach. Well, the heart, too. The heart. Gotta speak from the old heart, people. Good to see P-Money here. And Amy as well. Great to have all of you here as we give our commencement speech to the class 2024 graduates out there. I want to thank all of you coming here today. Bear was trying to go through his commencement speeches of the past, all the great ones that Bear heard, and he's like, I don't remember a single one. I probably got drunk right after the graduation ceremony. And people are saying, Bear, you went to college? Bear went to college. I mean, that's where he learned all of the things, like sitting, rolling over, not attacking the guy right in front of you, getting out of the tiny, tiny little car that's got like 8 or 12 people stuffed in there. Yes, I know it was clown college, but it was college nonetheless for Bear. Got his education that put him out into the world there, so he's going to try and do a little bit of payback. I should say payback. A giving back. Payback would be the wrong thing. The wrong thing to do here. So we're going to go ahead. Enjoy that with you good people here. Want to thank all the graduates out there. Class of 2024. You started your career. You started your education at a strange time. 2020. We can all think back to the crazy 2020 time frame. Had a worldwide pandemic. There was, a sort of a really bad flu. Although that flu was bioengineered in a Chinese bioweapons facility in the province of Wuhan. Funded by Anthony Fauci, Peter Daszak at the World Economic. What was it? What was the name of the place there? The Eco Health Alliance, people. Bear is going without notes, people. Without notes. So I hope you're appreciating this. Peter Daszak, the Fauci, conspiring with the Chinese to release a mild flu out there onto the population out there, sweeping across the planet when people says, no, we need to lock down China. Can't let these people out here. No. World Health Organization says no. Go hug a Chinaman out there. The virus spread round and round. Maybe some of you have been affected. Maybe some of your friends or even family members might have passed from the virus that spread around. And it's a horrible thing, but the most horrible thing is what you went here to college for. You went to college to Know the truth. So that's what Bear is going to speak here today. The truth out there, because there's so many people that want to keep the truth away from you. So we had plenty of people out there and Bears that says, hey, this is a kind of odd thing coming out of China here. We should take a look at it. And once we knew a little bit more, says, hey, there's better ways of treating this disease out here. No. No, you are a conspiracy theorist. You were just the worst person in the world. So you actually had not only federal governments around the world, but also big tech out there looking at you, Google, looking at you, suppressing information, taking their orders, very Nazi-like out there, taking orders from the government, suppressing information that people had out there. So you had plenty of people who were trying to say, hey, maybe try this medicine or that medicine, see what it works. Oh no, it's horse dewormer, how dare you? So we had so many people pass because there were so many people in charge, quote unquote, the experts, that thought they knew better when actually they were a bunch of freaking morons. That's why we are here, class of 2024. Hopefully you out there sitting in the audience, you can do better than what we have bequeathed to you. So not only did it ruin lives out there, suppressed information, then of course we says, oh, there's a cure. There's a vaccine out there. Some of us says, hey, wait a minute. Maybe you should do a little bit more testing on that vaccine. No. It is safe and effective. When it was neither, people. It was neither safe nor effective. In fact, it killed quite a number of people. The quote-unquote vaccine. It did out there. And of course you had the Summer of Love in 2020. Burnings, pillagings, statues coming down. You might have went to school to learn a little bit of history, and now all of a sudden that historical figure is being torn down. You're wondering why. Wait a minute, what did they do? Oh, they owed slaves. Well, that was 200 years ago, and a lot of people did that, and now they didn't. And luckily we were in a country that we're able to turn that corner and say, hey, slavery's bad. Fought an entire war over it. And, well, that's not good enough for some people out there. Like we're there today. You see this today where they have, all of the encampments on camps, a campus out there saying, hey, look at us. Look at me. Look what I can do. And you're just like, wait a minute. I just want to go to class. I want to learn things. I need to study for my exam that I just took to graduate. Congratulations, by the way. I took this test and I'm being disrupted. Oh, well, you are a hater. You're a hater out there. Well, we actually have a little bit of good news out there. Bear warms not only his stomach, but his heart as well out there when he sees images like this of saying, we've had quite a bit of enough of your shenanigans. And so they decide, they go to the flagpole, people, where they're trying to raise a flag of another country and tear down Old Glory. And they says, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to let it touch the ground. Not only that, we are going to protect it. So these fine gentlemen out here decided to protect Old Glory out here. And did they? Did they ever? Doing a great job. And for it, they are being rewarded, people, by the greatest reward of all, people. That would be money. Money. From the GoFundMe account. Let's see what it says here. Phi Kappa Phi, I apologize. Raising more than $122,000 as of Wednesday evening. Saying that commie losers across the country have invaded college campuses to make dumb demands of weak university administrators. But amidst the chaos, the screaming, the anti-Semitism, the hatred of the faith and flag, stood a platoon of American heroes. You see them right there, people. Armored in vineyard vines in Patagonia, fueled by Zen and White Claws, these triumphant Brohemians protected Old Glory from the unwashed Marxist horde, laughing at their shrieks and wails and shielding the stars and stripes from the Soviet missiles out there. And once it was all done, people, once it was all done, yes, indeed, the bars and stripes still stood on campus. So we want to thank all of those people there involved, trying to bring a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of hope out there to our class of 2024. We may have the older generations here, even though Bear's only 29. Only 29 people, supposedly, for the past decade or so. You know, our generation might have let you down just a little bit, but it warms Bear's heart when he sees stuff like this. Flag still standing, thinking that maybe just we might have a little bit of hope out there. And that's really all that we need today on graduation. It's a little bit of truth and a little bit of hope out there before you go out into that crazy world that we have unfortunately bequeathed to all of you. So once again, you may not remember this great commencement speech by a bear here at ComicsGate University. We put the ComicsGate in you, as they say. Hope you go out with knowledge, with verve, with a little bit of, a little bit of gumption in your step out there, in the knowledge that what you're doing is right and will be talked about maybe many generations after. Maybe you might have your statue put up there. We got to replace plenty of them, so might as well out there. So I want to congratulate all of the graduates out there graduating today, maybe next week, the week after. Go out there with hope, determination, truth, and don't be scared, people. Even if it's, large governments, multinational corporations, trillion-dollar companies out there trying to silence you, trying to put you down, don't let them do it. Listen to Bear. The truth, it will set you free, people. It will set you free. So in leaving here with you today here at ComicsGate U, want to congratulate all of you. Go out there, show those Marxist scum a little piece of your mind out there. Little piece of the old mind, people. There you go, people. And by the way, if you do graduate college and you're looking for someplace to go, well, I tell you what, people, the worst, you couldn't do any worse than old, not Disney. Not Disney at all. That's right. That would be the new Nintendo theme park coming to Orlando. Reveals rides, lands, and more, people. Universal Orlando's Resort's latest new park will have Donkey Kong Country and put you inside of the Mario Kart game, people. Let's check it out here. Check out all the Mario that you can handle. And say hello to everybody here in the chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, VM. Good to have you here. Great to have you here. P Money as well. Amy and probably Melissa. Great to have all of you out here. Wait, you mean the American flag are being displayed in America? Is this being allowed? That's not going to happen, Bear. That's not going to happen. No, it happened, P Money. It happened. I mean, what other flags would you fly in your own country? That's kind of what flags are, says Amy. That's true. Well, you can fly whatever flag you want on your own property. That's fine. Go right ahead. But the college campuses aren't your own property. So you probably shouldn't replace the American flag with the Palestinian flag unless you want a little bit of a hickory shampoo. Go along with it there. Man, America ends their school year early. Canada has until June. Well, that's all those snow days. All those snow days that you have up there. We can play Mario Kart for real. So will I be able to send banana peels to people? Well, here we go. Gamers of all ages are getting a first look at the rides and settings inside Super Nintendo World, a new theme park coming to Universal Orlando next year that will let guests play along with Mario, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong. And the most anticipated attraction coming to the Epic universe. The new theme park is now under construction in Orlando, is slated to open next year. Universal already has Nintendo-themed lands at its theme parks in California and Japan, of course, and has credited the fan base with big boosts in attendance at those parks. They didn't want to go to Disney World. Super Nintendo World is one of 5 lands coming to Universal Epic Universe. Wait, hold on. Coming to Universal Epic Universe. Too many Universals. Other lands in the park will be devoted to Harry Potter, oh boy, the How to Train Your Dragon films, and classic monsters. Each of those lands will be accessed through its own portal. In a cinematic flourish, park designers created elaborate tunnels at the land entrances that visitors will go through and come out on the other side to the themed world. For Super Nintendo World, the tunnel looks like the green pipe that Mario and Luigi have used to move across game challenges since the early 80s. I feel old. As guests emerge from the pipe, vibrant scenery and exciting kinetic energy surround them as they're greeted by the familiar sights and sounds that they've experienced on their Nintendo game consoles. From the towering Mount Beanpole and the majestic Peach's Castle, to swaying piranha plants, pacing Goombas, spinning coins, and more. That's according to Universal's announcement on Thursday. Visitors will be made to feel like they've been dropped in front of their childhood game screens, with towering multi-level walls teeming with familiar characters from the games in the Super Mario World and Mario Kart game series. There you go, P-Money. It will feature 2 sections, Super Mario Land, and Donkey Kong Country. Super Mario Land will feature 2 rides. That's the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, a real-life Mario Kart game with a mix of physical assets, projection mapping, and augmented reality. You forgot AI. Riders wear special visors that project video game characters into your line of sight no matter where you happen to turn your head. As you scoot along the real world set interacts with the animated computer characters in your goggles as if you're moving inside of a video game, people. They also have Yoshi's Adventure, making its debut in Orlando. It will give guests a view of Super Mario Land while riding atop Yoshi the dinosaur in search of glowing eggs. They will travel through the the Mushroom Kingdom, and encounter familiar characters. That'd be along the way, people. Do go check it out. Much, much better than the old Disney World out here. Looks pretty interesting. I bet you that's gonna be fun, unless you're stuck in one of the tubes there at in the middle of August when it's like 112 out there. That might not be that fun, but other than that, looks kind of interesting. Looks like some childhood dreams come to life, people. There you go. So that answers that, P-Money. That answers that. Amy says, I'm not happy with them making Donkey Kong Land instead of Hyrule. Well, they can always expand. I would say I'm not happy with them making Harry Potter instead of Hyrule. So we could go any way there, Amy. We could go either or there. Hope people don't try to smash their heads on bricks to find gold coins, because I don't think that will turn out too well. Gosh, I hope not. Maybe they'll give you a helmet that you can wear. Maybe you could do that. Let's see. Hey, Bear, did you talk about the success of Carmen America in Japan? No, I haven't. It was #1 in Amazon Japan and trending in Twitter for 2 days. Wow, I had no idea. Gosh darn it. No, I haven't got anything from, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I I got the Trump Space Force book that he put out. It was all right. It was okay. Nothing really to write home about. Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on the artist there. The guy with the glove. Anyways, no, I had no idea. Had no idea about it. Carmen America. He's got a number of those books, right? I know it's not like the first one, so very cool. Very cool. You are bringing that to bear, so I will have to... Tim Lim, thank you. Thank you, guys. Drawing a blank. Hey, listen, people. I just gave a commencement speech to ComicsGate University. My brain is frazzled right now. Put it all on the line for the graduates out there who've already forgot what Bear said. Completely trashed, people. There you go, Tim Lim. Let's see. Amy says, I think if they make the barrels that spin and shoot people through the air, that might make Donkey Kong Land a little bit better. As long as you don't got to jump over the barrels, that might be a little tough there. Jump over the barrel and climb up the ladder. Jump up the barrel. It was supposed to be like a I think they were trying to do like King Kong. They couldn't get the rights, so they just called him Donkey Kong. I forget how they came up with the Mario character. He was in Donkey Kong before he was ever in Mario. So there you go. Amy says, I'm sure the graduates appreciate your effort. Well, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. I hope you appreciate that as well. And if you've got any youngins out there and they are graduating, give them all the best from old Bear out here. All the old best going out into the crazy world, people. It's a freaking crazy world out there. Literally nuts. We're all counting on you, graduates of 2024. You gotta turn this crazy cart around here. Crazy. Just want to go back to 2019. That'll be fine. That will be fine. Speaking of people that want to go back to probably 2019, that would be The Rock, people. From Bounding Into Comics and J.B. Augustine. Pardon me here, people. Just had a little bit of pizza, so I got the burps here. Pardon me. A new report suggests that Black Adam star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was trying to take over DC, and that actor had a bizarre habit. Ooh, I was intrigued before, but now I'm interested. Lucas Hobbs answers the call. Wait, no, that's just the picture. A new report confirms what we and others following the DC EU a few years ago suspected based on the available and trending intel. Dwayne, that would be The Rock Johnson, was trying to take over the film universe and put himself at the center of it. Dun, 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 dun. The Wrap reports that Johnson wanted his production company that co-produced Black Adam and Shazam, 7 Bucks Productions, to take over leadership of DC Films from Walter Hamda and his failed regime that churned out The Flash and Birds of Prey. I don't know, man. I would put my money on The Rock rather than James Gunn, but that's just Bear. The report claims that Johnson and his ex-wife / business partner, Danny Garcia, met with Warner Brothers CEO, the Z-Man, in 2022. The primary agenda was Black Adam and bringing Henry Cavill back as Superman. But Johnson also wanted the occasion to lobby for more power, according to insider sources. That didn't work out as Black Adam underperformed, and James Gunn and Peter Safran ascended to the top of the hierarchy of the new DC studio. Cavill also reportedly fired Garcia as his manager in the aftermath. Johnson famously presented numbers calling the film made a small profit to boost his position. His figures, however, turned out to be ginned up. Ginned up, people. The dirt didn't end there, as the Wrap sources also made claims about Johnson's behavior and bathroom habits. Ooh. On the set of Amazon Prime film The Red One, the actor is accused of chronic lateness and lack of professionalism. Insiders said he has shown up late and delayed production by up to 8 hours. And in other cases, on various productions, possibly even Black Adam, Johnson has shown an aversion to public restrooms and peed in the water bottles to avoid them and save time. Well, he's late, so how is he saving time? That's kind of an odd one. He didn't want to... Dwayne Johnson didn't want to show his Johnson out there in the public restrooms. This upset crew members as they were tasked with disposal. According to one insider, on set away from his trailer, if he needs to pee, he doesn't go to the public bathroom, they said. He pees in a Voss water bottle. High standards out there. And his team or a PA has to dispose of it. You could sell it on eBay. I've got The Rock's pee for sale. I mean, they sell like bath water from like, some weird people out there. So I don't know. The Rock's pee. I mean, sure, that can go for a couple bucks. One source added, it was a disaster. Dwayne truly doesn't give a you-know-what. Another added regarding his habits during Red One, the only thing Dwayne was consistent at was being chronically late. Others call it a control thing and said he refused to work more than 4 or 5 hour days. Reports also note Johnson broke the Wu flu protocols in the past, and executives under him at $7 lack experience. While none of this looks good for PR, representatives for Amazon MGM dispute the insider's claim. Quote, Dwayne Johnson and $7 Productions have been incredible partners on Red One, a film that audiences of all ages are going to love this holiday season. There you go. There you go, people. Chronically late / peeing in a fancy water bottle, people. Peeing in a water bottle. So if The Rock asks you if you are finished with that bottle, you should say no. You should turn and look away. Turn and look away, people. You don't want to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Johnson out there. Not at all. He's very, very gun shy about that. He's got stage fright. Just that one thing, Bear could relate. You're trying to go into the restroom. You get all the looks. Bear walks into the restroom. You get all these looks. Some screams. People fleeing. And you're like, what did I? I'm just trying to use the restroom here. Hey, and then you get a little nervous. You're sitting there at the stall, and the guy's looking at you, and you're like, hey, I'm trying to do my thing, but I'm a little nervous. I can't perform. Can't get it out. If you know what I'm saying. So I can understand. I understand where Dwayne The Rock Johnson is coming from. So Bear can slightly relate to The Rock out here. Just slightly. Just ever so. Just tiny little bit. Tiny little bit. All right, people. Moving along. Bear has stunned everyone. Everyone into silence from the last article there. So we shall move along to bigger and better things, including America's sweetheart out here. That'd be Brie Larson. Also from Bounding into Comics, the Great Spencer McCulley. The Marvels confirmed as biggest box office bomb of 2023 and probably almost of all time. A widely panned sequel resulted in $237 million loss for Disney, people. So if you were one of the new graduates out there in 2024, you might have some room over there at Disney when they completely fire everybody for losing $237 million. Even Bree's surprised. To the surprise of absolutely no one, save the most diehard and delusional of the franchise's dwindling fan base, the Marvel Cinematic Universe's most recent entry, The Marvels, has been revealed to not only the worst performing film of 2023, but also more than $200 million sinkhole for the already financially embattled Disney. This is an actual shot in the film? Seriously? What were they thinking? Oh my God. goodness. Who thought that one up? Ay, ay, ay. This confirmation of the Marvel sequel's crash landing was provided by Deadline's Anthony D'Alessandro as part of their most valuable blockbuster tournament, where the outlet compares the financial results of the previously year's cinematic releases as relayed to them by, quote, seasoned and trusted sources. Is there any other kind? To see which film was the best performing among audiences out there. Let's see. PMA says, Marvel's biggest bomb of 2023. And in other breaking news, summer will be hot this season. That's true. That's, what the heck? What? Okay, people. I mean, I've already started off the show telling truths here. How do we do this? Let's see. What's her name? What's the? Let's see. Zawe Ashton. Is Zawe Ashton a dude? That's. Listen, I'm just gonna go out and say it here. That looks like that seriously looks like a dude. I'm just gonna go ahead and put. It looks like a dude in a wig. I apologize, madam. I'm sure you're possibly a woman, but really, that looks like a dude. Looks like a dude. That's a man, baby. Sadly for Disney, in confirmation of just how far their quality has fallen. By the way, I don't know, have no idea. Haven't looked underneath the sheets there, so I have no idea, people. Don't try and get Bear into trouble. That's a man's face right there, I'm assuming. And hands. Man hands as well. Sadly for Disney, in confirmation of just how far their quality has fallen, of the 15 films released by the House of Mouse, Ant-Man, Chevalier, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, The Little Mermaid, The Boogeyman, Elemental, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Depends, Theater Camp, I forgot about Haunted Mansion, A Haunting in Venice, The Cradle. The creator was Fox. They didn't really have anything to do with that. The Marvels, Next Goal Win, Wish, Poor Things, an indie film, All of Us Strangers. Only one of them managed to place in the tournament's top 10, with the third and final outing for James Gunn's take on Marvel's brand of space heroes / bounty hunters, coming in the 9th most profitable film of the entire year. Really, I had no idea. I knew it made a little bit of money, but there you go. There you are. Even Bree is surprised. I had no idea. Hey, Henry, how are you? Let's see. P-Money is watching an NFL game. You had to bring that up. Why? And Bear is telling us news we already could have guessed. Well, thank you, P-Money. I really appreciate that. Meanwhile, 4 of the above releases ended up placing in the tournament's bottom 5. Haunted Mansion, Wish, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Depends, The Flash at Warner Brothers, and The Marvels, walking away from the competition as the worst performing film of the year and probably the decade and possibly of all time, people. That's how bad it was. It was that bad. So, anyways, there we go. There's that. Yada, yada, yada. The Marvels pulled in a total of $218 million in revenue, with roughly $88 million of this pull coming from its theater. Let's see. A total reached after subtracting theater fees from its $206 million worldwide gross, $40 million from home video sales, $90 million from various streaming. How do they... Home video? I guess maybe DVDs? DVDs, Blu-rays. And then I'm guessing streaming... Is the Marvels only on Disney Plus, right? So I'm not even sure where they get this number from. I mean, yes, you are paying for Disney Plus, but you get a bunch of other stuff there. I mean, people aren't going to Disney Plus to just look at this lovely face right here. I mean, you're going for other things. So I don't know how they bring out 90. I bet you it's even less than that. However, in light of expenses amounting to $455 million. $270 million from reported production costs. Where did that money go, by the way? $270 million. $110 million from print and advertising. $21 million from residuals and other distribution expenses. And $54 million from interest and overhead. The film ultimately cost the studio a net total of $237 million, people. Haunted Mansion cost him $117. Wish $131. Indiana Jones $143, but nowhere close to $237 million. Pardon me, people. Ooh, pardon me. I had to sneeze. I was so allergic to the Marvels here that I had to sneeze. Pardon me here, people. 1 second. So very, very allergic to it, people. Very allergic to it. All right. Well, anyways, I'm sure things will be better. Will be better for Disney out here. Let's check out what's going on. Kevin Feige from Variety and Zach Sharf. What a great name. Kevin Feige originally told Hugh Jackman, "Don't come back," as Wolverine. Rejected Ryan Reynolds' first Deadpool 3 pitch for a Rashomon-style film, people. There you go. So if you're... Is it actually Liefeld? Really? Wow, that's funny. I didn't even realize that. That's pretty funny. I'm sure people pointed that out, but that's pretty funny. I like that. Little Easter egg. Deadpool and the Wolverine is poised to be one of the biggest movies of the years, thanks to the pairing of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, who is returning to his iconic X-Men role for the first time in 7 years. Jackson's return is skyrocketing buzz around the comic book film, which is much needed for Marvel Studios after a rocky 2023 that saw movies such as Ant-Man and the Marvels flop at the box office. It might come as a surprise, but Marvel Studio president Kevin Feige confirmed to Empire that he originally warned Jackman against playing Wolverine again. I said, "Let me give you a piece of advice, Hugh. Don't come back." Don't come back. Feige said, "You had the greatest ending in history with Logan. That's not something we should undo." I don't know, Jack from Titanic, that he was like, "Oh, I'll just hang out here, Rose." Whee! And he froze to death. I'd say that's pretty good. What ultimately got Feige on board with the idea of Jackman coming back was that he would not be playing the version of Logan Wolverine that audiences grew to love in the various X-Men movies. Oh, well, whew. Man, that's a relief. That was also of interest to Jackman himself. His original iteration, of Wolverine died in Logan, and he did not want to screw up that film either. It's all because of this device that they have at Marvel moving around timelines. Joy. Now we can go back because, it's science, people. No, it's not. It's all made up. So I don't have to screw with the Logan timeline, which was important to me, and I think probably to the fans too. Probably. Jackman added in a new interview with Empire that Deadpool and Wolverine will show different sides of Wolverine that we have never seen before in the movies. Ooh. Feige not only warned Jackman at first not to return as Wolverine, but he also told Empire that he rejected Ryan Reynolds' original pitch for a third Deadpool movie, as the two were figuring out the best way to introduce the character into the MCU following Disney's acquisition of Fox. So they went out and they bought an entire studio, and they didn't know how to put in the characters that they bought. Good job, guys. Good job. Reynolds revealed that he first envisioned Deadpool 3 as a Rashomon story about Wolverine and Deadpool, and something that they got into together, but told from 3 completely different perspectives. It was a way to make a large-scale movie in a very small way. Because, Disney is just great with their budgeting out there. Feige turned down the pitch, although he added, "The truth is, I wasn't even sure how to incorporate Deadpool just yet. I was very much thinking about how to bring mutants and the X-Men into the MCU, and I thought it needed to be more than just playing the hits. But the truth is, Ryan isn't an idea machine. So he may have pitched that to me, but he also pitched 25 other thoughts and ideas. There you go, people. Reynolds went back to the drawing board and wrote up about 18 different treatments. Holy cow. Some of them almost like a Sundance film, a budget under $10 million. That would have been interesting. Interesting to see. Sort of using the IP in a way that they had previously hadn't used. And I pitched bigger movies, and I pitched things in between. No, you didn't. You pitched bigger movies. You said, hey, we didn't lose enough money on the Marvels. Let's lose some more. Let's lose a lot more. So they went out and they bought an entire studio for billions of dollars. But they had no idea what they were going to do with it. They literally had no idea. They had films like Sound of Freedom. I don't know what to do with the hell with this movie. Get this out of here. It made a lot more money than the Marvels did. So they literally have no idea what the heck they're doing out there at the old Disney. None whatsoever. I'm on the fence. P-Money says it's going to make a ton of money. I'm like, maybe. It might do well its first weekend, maybe the second weekend, and then Bear is guessing. I don't know. So we'll see. We shall see. How does it go? I think you have to double your budget for your movie to break even. Is that right? Kind of rule of thumb. So when you see, let's just say it's $100 million. Let's say they opened up that weekend that made $100 million domestically. Let's just keep it domestically here. So you have half of that. Let's just say it cost, I don't know. Let's make it easy. It cost $50 million to make the movie. You made $100 million in the first weekend. You're like, wow, that movie did really, really, really well. It doubled its cost. No. Your cost is split up pretty much halfway between the studio and the movie theaters out there. So that $100 million now becomes $50 million. So it basically made back its production budget, right? Nope, because you still had advertising, all this other stuff out there. It's an accounting black hole, really. But usually about a quarter to half of the film's budget is spent in advertising. And that's not always just, commercials or ad placements and stuff like that. A lot of it's, places like Variety or Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, some of those places. A little bit of money underneath the table. Hey, why don't you say something nice about the old Marvels? I hate to come back and break your legs. Hey, that sort of deal. So there's a lot of stuff a lot of hidden cost out there. A lot of hidden costs. So, that's kind of the back of the envelope sort of a guesstimation, kind of double the budget just to make it back. But again, you got a whole bunch of variety of stuff that goes into there. Sometimes you got a big name, like, two big name actors. They might not get paid a whole lot up front, but they get the residuals in the back end. So that first weekend, they might be taking, 2, 3, 5% off of that. So good for the actors, but not too good for the studio unless it plays out. And we haven't seen that in some time. Let's see. Maybe Barbie and Oppenheimer last year kind of played for multiple weeks. But you really don't see that often anymore. So it's kind of a back of the envelope sort of deal there, P-Money. So there you go. Let's see. Okay, so Bear, what will Deadpool have to make for you to consider it a success and say P-Money was right for once? Well, okay. Let's see. Did it say how much it costs here? It never really said, so I don't know what the budget is. They've been on the high side for these movies, so $150, $200 million. I don't know how much this one cost. Let's just say it's $150 million. So you'd probably need 20 to 25 in the first weekend. If it's doing 30 in the first weekend, it's probably going to do really well. 30 to 35, I would say. I was pretty close with the Marvels. The Marvels was, I think Bear guesstimated it at like 40, and it came in like between 30 and 40, and it came in at like 38. But that movie flopped. So it all depends. So write that down, Peabody. 35 opening weekend domestic, 35 million. Let's just say 38. Let's just say $38 million opening weekend. If it does less than that, it needs to have longer legs. If it does better than that, it doesn't need those long legs, but it still needs to keep continuing, and also international as well. So I'll go for that. Yeah, I can't find the budget myself. An accounting black hole. Yeah, Kevin, Hugh Jackman shouldn't come back and actually make Disney money for once. I agree. 38 million opening weekend, writing it down. Is that coming up? Is that next? When did it say? When is that opening? Oh, July 26th. So we got a little ways to go there. I wonder why they didn't release it earlier than that. You'd think that they would release it a lot earlier. July 26th is a little late. Because it doesn't really have to compete with anything. There's really not a whole lot coming out. 26. That's an odd one. That's a really odd one there. I think that's a little late in the summer is what Bear... Like if it opened like the 1st of July, yeah, but it's opening the end of July there. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, you'd figure that would come in a little bit earlier. Anyways, there you go, July 26th. There you are for old Hugh Jackman. And what's his face there? Ryan Reynolds. There you are, people. There you are. Oh, I had the... I saved these stories. I was going to see if I can get to them in the commencement speech that I had here. I thought this one was pretty funny from the New York Post. Talking about the crazy encampments out there. A University of Penn student fundraising for Mariachi band to play anti-Israel encampment off campus. Quote, best money I spent all week. So there's those dirty commies right there. Welcome to camp. Blah, 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 blah. Students will be heard. Free Palestine. From the river to the sea. Can they face the music? A frustrated fundraiser is looking to hire a mariachi band to incessantly serenade the anti-Israel encampment at the University of Penn, and supporters are donating to the idea in droves, people. The protesters occupying the Philadelphia campus of College Green are reluctant to converse with the outsiders, but have no problem shouting their ideas for all to hear, according to fundraiser Rob Martinez. He says, I believe those protesters should be serenaded for their efforts, just as they have constantly serenaded my efforts to study for finals with a megaphone and drum set. He says he plans to hire a mariachi band to play alongside the tent setup until the coffers run dry. Donate to have a mariachi band play next to the encampment continuously until we run out of money to pay them for their efforts. Their fundraiser also asked for donors to chip in, quote, a few dollars for nose plugs. Nose plugs for the band, because the merry batch of campers on the green, quote, are not the biggest fans of bathing. Martinez, who did not respond to the post, launched the GoFundMe on Thursday. By Saturday morning, it had nearly doubled its initial $14,000 goal. Best money I spent all week. Play it loud, one contributor commented along with their $100 donation. Congratulations. One donor suggested that Martinez also arrange for a Ashkenazi Jewish klezmer band to play near the protesters. I apologize, people. Beer's Yiddish isn't the best here. Struck by lightning, Yiddish not the top. An expression of Jewish joy and resilience would be a welcome shift. Instead of yelling, we can show that we are strong, loving people, and we're not going anywhere, they noted. And the encampment at UPenn is separate, as part of a spate of anti-Israel protest occupying college campusi over the U.S. over the past couple weeks. Most of the protests emerged in response to the initial tent movement at Columbia U, where hundreds of, I'm just gonna call them Nazi youth. Forget about the student and other demonstrators. The Nazi youth. When you're saying you want to wipe out the Jews, and that fella over there in Germany, all those years back, didn't have a bad idea after all. I'm gonna label you the Hitler youth. Hitler youth out there. Has since been arrested for trespassing and other violations. The encampments demand that the university divest their connections with Israel in light of the ongoing war in the Gaza Strip. I demand that the universities divest their connections with Qatar, with China, and the number of the other places that hate our guts. Though their rhetoric has come under fire as anti-Semitic and hateful. You don't say. You don't say out there. Don't say. When a group of rogue demonstrators broke into Columbia Academic Building earlier this week, they rung a large banner that read Antifada out of the central windows. Hamas makes us proud. Kill another soldier now, was one of the chants heard from the Hitler youth. From the Hitler youth out there. Philadelphia police had a significant presence on UPenn's campus Friday, but no arrests were made. What? Hickory shampoos. Hickory shampoos for all of them. All of them, I say. PMI says, well, tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, so I'm all for this. That's true. That's true. There you go, people. Which, by the way, we're getting here towards the end. Amy, I hope you're still out there. I should have mentioned this beforehand, but we have, in our semi-annual review of the dresses and also the hats, people, today, Kentucky Derby Day, which, by the way, if you see Bear betting on a horse, don't bet on the horse that Bear's betting on. Bear bet on the horse today and came in last place. Last place, people. He started right out of the gate in the last place. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you trying to go to the glue factory? Come on, man. Come on, number 5. Number 4 won. Bear picked number 5 instead. It's like, for crying out loud. Crying out loud, man. So anyways, hats, dresses. That's what we all came here for. There you go, people. So I want a thumbs up or thumbs down here on some of the hats and dresses, people. Hats and dresses. For over a century, the Kentucky Derby, also known as the Run for the Roses, has been renowned for the distinctive hats worn by both men and women. The cherished tradition, dating back to the 20th century, was born out of necessity. The race is always held in May, and spectators needed protection from the sun. Now it's a necessity of attending the first leg of the Triple Crown Series. Sorry, Bear had a couple one too many of the old drinky poos there. Yada yada yada. They had a bunch of celebrities there. So let's check it out here. Let's check it. Why is it not showing it up? Why is it not? Hold on 1 second, people. Let's see if it'll do it. There we go. There we are. There is Travis Klaus, whatever the hell his name is. Ladies, any thoughts? Any thoughts, ladies? Yay, nay, yay, nay, yay, nay, yay, nay. Okay, moving on. Stunned by silence. Becky Lynch. Interesting. Very interesting there. I don't know why. I'm assuming she's a wrestler of some kind. Bear would assume. Ladies, yay, nay. Yay, nay, yay, nay. So whoever horse Bear bets on, bet the exact opposite. It's true. All 3 races. Last place. Actually, no. One of them came in third. That was it. That was the best the bear can do. Third place. I bet on it in 2019. P-Money, this is Bear's luck. Bet on the race in 2019. The horse won. The horse won, P-Money. And you know what they did? He says, the horse, he bumped into another horse. So we're going to disqualify the winning horse and give it to the horse behind him. So the one time Bear finally picked a horse to win, they disqualified the horse. They disqualified him. Crying out loud. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Is she blind with that over her eye? I think that's for the horses where they, the blinders, right? Where they don't look left or right. They're just like right there in the center. Maybe it's an homage to that. Homage to that. There you go. So ladies, yay, nay. I'm assuming the ladies say nay out there. Let's see. Isaiah Patcheroo? I have no idea. No idea. Moving on. Beyonce's mother. Really? Is that where we're going? Beyonce's mother? Well, she's got a nice hat. Got a nice hat. Let's see. Smokey Robinson. Oh, wow. He's still alive. I had no idea. Nice and yellow. Nice and yellow. Ladies. Ladies, yay, nay. Ladies. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Not quite celebrities here, but the hats. The hats, people. It's the hats. I mean, forget about the horses. Screw the horses. It's all about the hats. The lovely hats. And dresses. Dresses as well. Ladies. Ladies. Where is Marco for Anthony, by the way? We need his opinion as well. Let's see. Bobby Williams. Bobby Williams there. You can't really see much there. You can see the lady's hat. That's about it. I'm not a lady, but nay, 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 nay. Okay. All right. Another hat. Another hat here, people. I'm losing viewers left and right here showing hats and dresses. But that's all right, people. That's right. Anissa Todman of New Jersey. There she is, looking lovely. In the hat. That's a nice hat. A lot of flowers, though. Lots of flowers for that hat. Kind of like the guy behind her there with the pink jacket. That guy's got some style there. There's the hat. There's your hat right there. Very interesting. Interesting hat. P-Money's still saying nay, 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 nay. So okay, well, moving on. Moving on. It's like a little tiny little hat. I mean, I guess if you want to stand out in the crowd, you either get bigger and bigger with your hats, or you go kind of tiny. So maybe that's where she's going. Ladies out there in the chat, yay, nay, tiny hats, maybe the tiny hats will do it. No, okay, moving on. Bigger hats, hats bigger than their head, really. Hats bigger than their heads. There's another dapper gentleman right there. Ladies, bow tie, yay or nay? Yay or nay? How does she, how's it stay on? Does she have to keep her head tilted? I don't know. I'm sure there's magnets or something involved there. I'm not sure, P-Money. Listen, if you're asking Bear for fashion advice, you're at the wrong channel, man. Even though we are sharing fashion here. Oh, that's it. That's it for that one. I got another one. I made sure to have the dresses and hats out there for the ladies out there. So let's see. Martha Stewart. Winona Judd. She's still alive? Wow. Had no idea. No idea. There we go. There's Martha Stewart. Ladies. Yay. Nay. Convicted felon. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. All right, moving on. Winona Ryder. That's kind of interesting. Very interesting there. Yes, James Bond next weekend, P-Money. We'll get to that. This is for the ladies out there. We try to share a little bit out there. Let's see. What's her name? Cheryl Lee Ralph. That's an interesting. Almost looks like a fedora, right? Looks kind of like a fedora. Looks like she's gonna go solve a mystery of some kind out there. Oh, one of the Jimmies. One of the Jimmies. It's after Labor Day, Jimmy. It's after Labor Day. Gosh darn it. Tina Knowles. I'm assuming the Beyonce's mother. There you go. The hats just keep getting bigger and bigger. Alex Earl? Alex Earl. We'll go with it, people. Yay, nay. Yay, nay. Bear will give it a thumbs up. Bear will give this one a thumbs up for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. Even though I have no idea who this is. Jack Harrow? No. No, Bear's going to say no. That looks very Marxist, sir. Don't come to the freaking Derby with your freaking MEOW outfit here, man. Come on, man. Chris Tucker? Really? Should he be on Epstein's Island? I mean, honestly. Seriously, Chris. Seriously. Thomas Ray and Lauren Atkins? I'm assuming he is a country music star. I'm assuming. I have no idea. She has a nice hat on, though. Has a nice hat. Josh Groban. It's a little bit better, but the beard, no, sir. No, sir. Stephen Anwell and Cassandra Jean. These are celebrities, right? Help Bear out here. These are people that are well known, right? Right? The lady here, right? With the thing. No, maybe? I don't know. Not sure. Star Jones? She's still alive? Holy cow. Nice hat, though. Matches the purse. You know, the dress and the purse and the hat all match. You gotta be matching there. So, there you go. This lady again still has no idea how we see out of there, but that's all right. Maybe she's afraid of horses. Never know. That's a man, right? That's seriously a man, right? Lisa Leslie? Anyways. Holly Robinson Pete. That's a big hat. Very big hat. And Joey Fat One. The Fatone, people. A rare Joey Fatone sighting. Wow. I always thought it was funny because, you know, his last name is Fat One. And he was like the fat one in, was it NSYNC? Was he NSYNC or was it the Backstreet Boys? I forget which, people. There we go. He was the fat one in whatever one was out there. Richie Sambora. Wow, best dressed man right there. I got to say, that is a great outfit that he is wearing. With the boots and everything. He's ready to go, man. Ready to rock. Ready to rock out there. I got to give it to him. This lady, I have no idea who she is. Kid Rock, really? I'll give him credit for wearing pink. Give him credit for that. That's it. Let's see. I'll go with Richie here, and her. This lady right here. Alex Earl. That would be Bear's pick this weekend. There you go, people. There you go. There you are. Oops. Yes. By the way, yes, P Money. Yes, we are doing. Let me go to it here. James Bond next weekend. That would be Dr. No doing the watch along for James Bond, the very first film, Dr. No out here, 1962. Sean Connery, all the lovely ladies out there. Shoot, they're all better dressed than the ladies that we just saw. Crying out loud. So, yes, we're going to be doing that next weekend. Bear started to get the times for all the scenes down, so we're kind of lining all of that stuff up. So we look forward. I'll put something up on the community thing out there, let everybody know. But yes, sir, we are doing James Bond, Sean Connery, Dr. No out there. So please, if you haven't already gotten it, go out there, rent. It shouldn't be that much to buy. Dr. No, you should have it. Bear needs to double check. I'm going to make the list of places that you go check it out, but I believe you can check it out on Amazon. So if you've got Amazon Prime, you should be able to get it. El Freebo, people. El Freebo. So hopefully we can check it out. If not, we're going to kind of just... I don't have them up here right away, but I cannot show the movie, but we're going to have kind of pictures in order that kind of goes along with each scene. So if you don't have the movie, that's fine. You're just not going to be able to hear what's going on, and you're going to just be able to get the gist of it just by watching the actual pictures. They are moving pictures, as it were, instead of a film. So yes, P-Money, yes, I hope you're able to make it. I hope whatever hockey stuff you have going on can wait for an hour and a half. So you can come on down, join Bear next weekend. That is what was that? Let me look it up here. The 11th. The 11th of May, people. It's not too much to rent for streaming. I didn't think so. I mean, 1962, couple bucks. You know, Bear bought a couple of them a while back, and they weren't all that much off of the old Apple store. So hopefully, if you've got Amazon, I believe it's free or really, really, really cheap out there. Probably other couple places that you can check out as well. Bear will look into that, and I will leave that out for people. Probably listed on Wednesday. So if you come back around on Wednesday, we'll go through the places that you can go and check out, either to rent, to buy, or to stream out there. Rent, buy, or stream, people. So yes, hope you come along. Join Bear, even if you're not a big James Bond fan. Just come on, hang out. We'll have some fun. You might have never seen the movie, or maybe you've seen it years and years back. And we'll come across some interesting, fun little tidbits out there that we can check out and enjoy together, people. Enjoy that together out there. So once again, want to thank all the recent grads out there. Congratulations. Probably one of the hardest school years out there, 2020 to 2024. But you made it. You made it. Hopefully, you're more knowledgeable than you were 4 years ago. A little bit more sturdy as well. Looking at all these crazy Marxists and commies out there and the Hitler Youth. You're saying, no, I don't want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of the good side out there. I want to be a part of that. So we welcome all of you. It's gonna take us a while, but we'll turn this gosh darn ship around. Gosh darn it. Well, thank you, P-Money. I hope you have a great weekend as well. And I want to thank everybody that came out. P-Money, let's see. Let me go back here. Henry, I hope your dinner is going well. Amy, Melissa, VM, hope you're doing well out there. Thank you for updating Bear here on Carmen America. Very interesting. Very interesting out there. And, of course, all of our Russian bots and lurkers out there. We do appreciate each and every one of you out there. Oh, Amy, good to have you. I hope you enjoyed all of the dresses and hats from the Kentucky Derby. Some good stuff out there. Good, interesting, large hats on the ladies. Try and do that every once in a while. Very, very semi-annual dresses for the ladies out there. You know, you gotta bring in the ladies. Make sure that they're part of the audience out there as well. Give some of the fellas out there some ideas as far as drawings or whatnot. So it works. It works all around. Works all around. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. All right. Well, you know what, people? All this talk about mint juleps somehow has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr, a grr. Night, everybody. Take care.